Finally, women, we have a win. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the channel. My name is Amanya, and I make conservative content here on this channel. So, if you didn't see my last video, I hope you can go back and take a look at it because this video is inspired by that video. And we're talking about transgenders, men having sex changes and calling themselves women, and they're taking over the space of women, and they're taking the spaces in the bathrooms, in sports, in beauty pageants. So today we're going to talk a little bit about beauty pageants. And I came across an article which we're going to be very happy to discuss, but I'm going to talk about that in just a little bit. But what I want to talk about first is just to let us know that this thing didn't just happen overnight. All right. It didn't just happen one day. We had transsexuals in women's spaces. It's been coming for quite some time. And I read somewhere actually that they have been putting transsexual men in women's pageants or women's activities since 2012. 2012. This has been going on, but it's been under the radar because, you know, we've been asleep at the wheel, right? We've just been sleeping, letting all this nonsense. And this is why we're at this place right now where there's so much of this nonsense that it's over the top. So if you are interested in this topic, please stay tuned. But first, I want to say thank you all for subscribing and sharing the work that I do here on The Conservative Poet. I'm just so overwhelmed and so happy with everything that's happening with the channel. It's growing daily, and I'm so glad everybody's hitting that subscribe button and sharing it, and those people are hitting it, and we're going to just grow and grow and grow. And I'm so ecstatic for that. And if you'd like to support the channel, please check out my website. I have a new product on there that's very close to my heart. You know, I talk a lot about life on this channel. And so I have a pro-life shirt on there, Black Babies Lives Matter, because it does. Not just Black Lives Matter, but the abortion, the killings of Black babies' lives do matter, because 50% of the deaths happen to Black babies in this country. 2021 Miss Nevada will be the first openly transgender Miss USA contestant. And this was July 3rd, 2021. Wearing a rainbow sequin gown she designed herself. Now, I'm going to stop right here. So I don't go with these pronouns. This is a man. We're going to call it out. We're going to call it a man. So wearing a sequin gown he designed himself in honor of Pride Month, of course. Cataluna Enriquez. I wonder what the name was before. Luna? I don't know. Cataluna Enriquez made history last weekend when he was crowned, shall we say, Mr. God help me. When he was crowned Mr. Nevada USA. The win will make him the first openly transgender contestant to compete in the upcoming Mr. USA pageant this fall. No, we're gonna stay with Miss because it's Miss USA pageant, you know. But you all get my point, right? You get my point. Oh, she talks. Oh, he talks. See, I'm even confused about all this. I'm even confused. My win is our win. He posted afterward on his, and you know what I like to see is when they're talking about these transgenders, every other word is the pronouns. They hammer it in, baby. They hammer it in. My win is our win. He posted afterwards on his Instagram and a message to the alphabet, to the LGBTQ community. We just made history. Happy Pride. And this is he right here. I mean, this thing is insanity. Look at this person. Look at this person. Look at this woman. Look at this woman. And look at this person. You wouldn't know. Was also Miss Nevada, USA first trans contestant, beat out 21 other women. And you see this right here? This really annoys me. For them to say he beat out 21 other women. Guess what, friend? You're not a woman. You beat out the women. It's true. You beat out the women. But you're not a woman. Other women. I hate that. That really annoys me. He will represent the Silver State at the 2021 Miss USA pageant that will be held on November 29th in Tulsa, Oklahoma, where he will have a chance to be crowned Miss USA and advance to the Miss Universe pageant. They're going to take over USA, then they're going to take over the universe. Finally, women! We have a win. Here is our good news. Let us get into it. Beauty pageant can bar trans contestants. U.S. Appeal Court rules. Judges cite First Amendment. Isn't that beautiful? I'm going to read it again. Beauty pageant can bar trans contestants under U.S. Appeals Court rules. Judges cite First Amendment. So this is the transgender who filed a lawsuit against, let us just read it. All right. There she is. Boise, Idaho, a federal appellate court on Wednesday said National Beauty Pageant has a First Amendment right to exclude a transgender person from competing because including him would interfere with the message the pageant has said it wants to send out about what it means to be a woman. Oh, I'm gonna try to calm down because this is very exciting. This is awesome news. The Ninth U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals ruling came in response to a lawsuit filed by Anita Green, who said the Miss United States of America pageant violated an Oregon state anti-discrimination law when it barred him from competing in 2019. Oh, 2019. Okay, that was a while back. Green, who is transgender, has competed in several pageants, including Miss Montana, USA, Miss Earth, and Miss World Universe. And they all should have stood up for women. But any event, she was living in Clackamas, Oregon, and was preparing to compete in the Miss United States of America, Miss Oregon pageant when he said the organization rejected his application because it did not consider him to be a natural born woman. Honey, if you were born with a penis, then you're not a natural born woman. You're a natural born man who's insane because he thinks he's a woman. We're going to continue. Green sued, contending the organization was violating a state law that makes it illegal to deny public accommodations to people based on their sex or gender identity. Next. But attorneys for the Miss United States of America pageant said the pageant program was designed to celebrate and promote natural born women. Oh my God. By sending a message of biological female empowerment. The pageant has several requirements for contestants, including some based on contestants' age, marital status, and gender identity. The Ninth Circuit 3 judges panel voted 2-1 in favor of the pageant organization, saying that forcing the pageant to include a transgender man would fundamentally alter the message the pageant was trying to send. As with theater, cinema, or the Super Bowl halftime show, beauty pageants combine speech with live performances, such as music and dancing, to express a message, Judge Lawrence Van Dyke wrote from the majority. And while the content of that message varies from pageant to pageant, it is commonly understood that beauty pageants are generally designed to express ideal visions of American womanhood. The appellate court agreed with a lower court, finding that someone viewing the pageant's decision to exclude transgender man would likely understand that the pageant organizers did not believe transgender men qualified as female. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, you know what? I have a little something for that. Or we'll pull out a Trumpy head.
I will be the greatest president that God ever created.
I couldn't help that. All right, so the First Amendment affords the pageant the ability to voice this message and to enforce its natural-born female rule, the appellate court found. Oh my God. Forcing the pageant to include transgender contestants would amount to compelled speech, a violation of the First Amendment, and the fact that the pageant was a business that engages in commerce wasn't enough to overcome that free speech right the panel found. I'm so excited I can't get it out. In a dissenting opinion, Judge Susan P. Garba, a woman, said the majority skipped important steps when it decided whether the First Amendment applied. The court first should have considered whether the Oregon state law applied to the case, which might have resolved the lawsuit before the judges had to even consider the First Amendment question, Garber said. Oh. John Kempf, the attorney representing the pageant organization and its owners, Tennessee Smith, said the Ninth Circuit dismissal was a matter of simple fairness. Simple fairness. You got a penis, you can't get in. You can't get in. The Ninth Circuit conclusion says it all. Green asks to use the power of the state to force Miss United States of America to express a message contrary to what it desires to express. The First Amendment says no, Kempf said. Green referred the Associated Press to her attorney, Shanoa Payne, who didn't immediately respond to a request for comment. After a lower court ruling sided with the pageant last year, Green said she was disappointed, but the case brought awareness about discrimination against transgender people with the pageant circuit. Just compete against each other. Why don't they have a whole bunch of transsexuals compete against each other? Create your own goddamn pageant. I believe United States of America, this is from Green. I believe United States of America, Miss, is on the wrong side of history for choosing to actively discriminate against transgender people. But the road to creating meaningful changes has always been long and bumpy one. Green said at the time, transgender women are women. My message has always been consistent, and my message is this: every person has beauty. We are all beautiful on the inside. Every human being is beautiful on the inside. On the outside, we have males and we have females. Males are men, masculine, strong, providers, caretakers. Women are feminine. We're sensual. We're lovely. We're soft. We're pretty. We're women. We give birth to babies. We create life. That's women. And you are not a woman? Any kind of transgender person, I don't care what it is. We have mental illness in our brains. If you can get up and think that you're an actual somebody else, you have a mental disorder, and people are coddling you, and the politicians are coddling you, making you going along with this thing. It used to be that if you had these mental situations, they would lock your ass up in a mental ward. Now they display you around in beauty pageants. It's ridiculous. Women are women. Men are men. We have our own spaces. We have our own lanes. I would appreciate it if the men would stay in their lane, out of women's business. It's about damn time.